All right, here we go. This is the conclusion of our story. Chapter 11, called Oops. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Steps in the dirt, kicking stones, crushing leaves. Then they stopped. Slowly got softer, more distant. The steps were moving away from us. Tinkle, 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 tinkle. The bell, faint as a whisper. It came from the other direction. It's Joey, I whispered to Mila. He must be up. But we again heard the footsteps coming closer, closer. I realized that the steps were coming from the lake. I remembered Mr. Hitchcock's words. The creature crawls out of the lake and prowls around. I aimed the flashlight at the footsteps, but I didn't dare turn it on. Not now, not yet. I wanted to remain hidden in the secret dark. My eyes darted to the pile of rocks. The marshmallows were untouched. I strained to see my tent through the blur of night. We should have seen him by now, I whispered to Mila. Joey must have gone the other way, to the bathroom. I hope he took a flashlight, Mila whispered back. Again, Mr. Hitchcock's warning came to my ears. Never, never leave your tent without a flashlight. No, I thought to myself, no, I had taken the flashlight. I had it in my hand. That meant Joey was wandering around in the dark. Alone. Crunch, crunch, snap. Not alone, I thought. Worse than alone. Much worse. It was out there. The creature. Look, Mila whispered, her voice filled with fear. It was a hulking shape, tall and dark and thick, walking, stomping, bending, stopping, lumbering toward us. No, toward the marshmallows. I squeezed Mila's hand. Grab a stone, I told her. Ready? I felt her nod, a sharp jerk of the head, and she was ready. 1, 2, 3, now! We jumped up and screamed. We threw our stones at the creature's body. I blew the whistle. Tweet, 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 tweet. What the? Ouch! Who threw that? Who's out there? The camp swarmed in chaos. At the scream of the whistle, everyone leaped out of their sleeping bags. Voices shouted, zippers unzipped. People came running, tripping, fumbling in the dark. I aimed my flashlight at the creature, and there stood my father. Oops. He was rubbing a small bruise on his arm, and he was not a happy camper. It took a while to sort things out. At first, my dad was pretty mad, but after I explained things, he understood, sort of, in a still angry kind of way. He said that he checked the campground every night, making sure everything was in order. I make sure there's no food left out accidentally, he said. That's what happened with your marshmallows last night. I found them. You ate them? Mila asked. No, Mila, my dad said. I picked them up and put them in the car, where they belong. He glared at me, but he couldn't keep it up. Slowly, a broad grin crossed his face. He touched the bruise on his arm. Does it hurt? I asked. I'll be fine, he said. Sally Ann Sims stomped over. You mean there's no monster? She asked. No monster, my father answered. Bummer. Sally Ann stormed back into her tent. Nick and Daniel were impressed. They looked at my dad's bruise. Nice aim, they said. Hey, where's String Bean? I asked. Nick grinned. Still in his sleeping bag? I don't think he's ever coming out. Nice work, Detective. It was Danica, smiling brightly. Thanks. Now I can go swimming again. Well, it wasn't exactly the vacation I had hoped for. I had hoped for peace and quiet. Instead, I got marshmallows and monsters. But if you ask me, vacations are overrated. I prefer a good mystery any day of the week. The end. I hope you enjoyed the case of the Marshmallow Monster. Sorry. All right. Stay tuned for our next story.